man, they all run together, okay? My wife was a drug addict. She was a drug addict for years. Opioids, pop pills like it was going out of business. When she left, I thought, okay, the world's going to change a little bit. Well, that changed too, okay? I got a daughter down at Portsmouth right now going through the rehab down there. It's generational. I mean, it continues to go on. Take the time with some of your youngsters. When I leave here, I'm going down to do the Foxfire or Firefox, whatever it is. Got a young lady down there I'm going to go sit down and eat lunch with. Because it's generational. We have to break a chain someplace. Right? And when you go out there and you start interacting with these folks, take care of yourself first, above everything else. Take care of your partner. Take a minute to address what the situation really is, okay? The biggest gut churning moment I get every single night sitting in the cruiser is hearing, 58. Somebody's going, something bad's going to happen to somebody. It's worse for me when I hear one of my fellow officers get released to a suicide call, a suicide attempt, a suicide threat.
So let's put this in perspective. Adam, I have some really bad news for you. You ready for the bad news? Mm-hmm. Your medical test came back and you are going to need a new heart. That's terrible, isn't it? Terrible. But I have some great news in the midst of all this bad news. Derek here has agreed to give you his heart. Thank you, Derek. You're a giving person. Isn't that nice? All right. And when Adam wakes up from heart surgery with Derek's heart, and again, appreciate your generosity, Derek. That's very giving of you. When Adam wakes up with Derek's heart, who's he going to be when he wakes up?
Still himself.
Who's he going to be?
Still himself.
He's still going to be Adam, yes? Yeah. Is this making sense so far? Austin, I have some really bad news for you. Your medical test came back. Your heart is great, but you need a brain transplant. Appreciate it. And I do have some good news amongst the bad news. Brandy has agreed to give you her brain. Appreciate that, Brandy. The generous people here, oh my goodness. And when Austin is done with his brain surgery and we have taken his brain out and put Brandy's brain inside of him, and he wakes up, who is he going to be?
Brandy.
He's going to be Brandy. He's going to look a lot like Austin, but he's going to be Brandy. And so often we talk about, let's get to the heart of the matter, and we point here. But the reality, this is going to keep us alive. But this is where you and I live, yes? Allow her to get to her settle point. Is this making sense, people? So we have to get time, and we have to get to the settle point. Now the problem is, everybody's got different settle points. Everybody's got different amounts of time that it's going to take them before they can get to that settle point. Let's just do a rough survey. I'm not going to quantify this at all. You're either going to be a quick settler, medium settler, or it's going to take you a long time to settle. When your amygdala gets triggered, how many of you are quick settlers? How many of you are medium settlers? How many of you take a long time to settle? And I know the real answer is it would depend, yes? So today I'm here talking with the officers about how to understand what goes on in the brain when the brain is experiencing a bit of trauma. And hoping that with that information, they'll be in a better position to engage people who are caught in a trap of tragedy.
In terms of amount of disability this disease would cause, you know what? Do we agree?
Moderate depression.
Where?
I know, I didn't know, we needed to line up in order or just be on the side of severe, that's where I.
Yeah, it should be ordered.
He's not letting her hold it back.
I got one more.
Well, alright, so gingivitis, lower back pain, uncomplicated diabetes, epilepsy,
I apologize.
non-invasive breast cancer, moderate depression, severe asthma.
Really? Can't breathe, it's clear down here.
I think it's all clear.
Severe vision loss is next.
It's in your head, Jeff, it's in your head.
Yeah, evidently.
Yeah, take your inhaler.
Severe post-traumatic stress,
Really?
paraplegia.
Oh,
Next.
baloney.
He said he can't walk, that's why I was saying.
Severe chronic bronchitis or emphysema, correct. Severe depression, severe schizophrenia, and then
You are
severe
serving the
dementia.
loser.
Yeah, so you missed it pretty well. What do you think? We'll talk about it. I know,
Not too
but
bad,
you
I
can
don't think.
still carry out daily
It's
activities.
Bobby again, you know, and we're gonna have to get the squad in here and get Bobby out of here up to the hospital, get evaluated. One thing you don't know is Bobby's got the house booby trap. Don't walk into this just being the same thing.